all of you. Yesterday we have talked about states of matter. Now the question is, can matter change its state? We all know from our observation that water exists in three states of matter, that is solid as ice, liquid as water and gas as water vapor. Also we know that the difference in three states of matter is due to the difference in the interparticle spaces, and these spaces are minimum in solids and maximum in the gaseous state. This means that if a solid is to be converted into a liquid, the space between the particles have to be increased. Similarly, if a liquid is to be converted into gas, these spaces have to be further increased, and under suitable conditions this process can be reversed too. That is, gases can also be converted into liquid and liquid into solids. So this is called interconversion of matter. This change of state of matter from one state to another is called interconversion of matter and can be achieved by two ways. One is by changing the temperature and the second is by changing the pressure. Let us see the effect of change of temperature, and it is discussed under two headings, that is melting and boiling. Let us first start with melting. So in solids particularly, the particles are close together and cannot move. When a solid is heated, the particles begin to vibrate with greater speed and begin to move more freely. Then at a particular temperature, the solid melts and changes into liquid. And this change of solid into liquid is also known as fusion. Now boiling. In boiling, when a liquid is heated, its particles begin to move even faster and further move apart. Then at a particular temperature, the liquid begins to boil and changes into gases. Actually, what happens at molecular level is the heat energy supplied is used up to overcome the intermolecule forces of attraction, or we can say in breaking the bonds. As soon as the bonds break, the particle becomes free and change of state takes place. And during this conversion, temperature remains constant, and this is known as latent heat. In case of solids, it is called latent heat of fusion. That is, the heat needed to turn 1 kg of solid into a liquid at its melting point. And in case of vapors, it is called latent heat of vaporization, which is the heat needed to turn 1 kg of liquid into a gas at its boiling point. Now the temperature at which a solid becomes liquid is called melting point, and the temperature at which a liquid becomes gas is called boiling point. This topic is not completed yet. Today we have seen what happens to state of matter when it is heated, and in tomorrow's lecture we will see what happens when it is cooled, and we will discuss about effects of change of pressure.